Hey everyone, Galerian here. Halloween Cup has started already. Are you guys enjoying the battles? I have finished my first day of Halloween Cup and I'm pretty much liking it. I have did a little bit analysis about the team I meet and how I play with them. So this video is going to be about the most popular team you will see in the meta right now so you can prepare better. Before we start the content, I'd like to say a big thank you to the community. My last video was the first video, got over 500 views. It was my most popular video so far, and for a new content creator, this is such a milestone, and I can't thank you guys enough for liking the video and sharing it with your friends. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video as well. I use this cheat chart to keep track of the Pokemon I meet. It really works for you, especially when you are at a meta you are not familiar with, as this one. So it's easier to remember how they normally leave with this Pokemon, they have this Pokemon in the back, or they like to use this kind of strategy. It helps me to deal with the uncertainties. So the meta, as we see from the analysis, is actually not very diverse. You see a lot of the same Pokemon all the time. You see Gargantuar, you see Victreebel, you see Crosser, you see, of course, Azumarill. So I have narrowed it down to 3 different kinds of team that you see at the moment. So I feel like if you build your team around those teams, how to counter them, you should be able to get the jump start at this cup because we don't have a lot of time to figure everything out on your own. Well, at the moment, the Gargantuar Crustle Azumarill core is very strong and very meta, so you have to be prepared to meet them. Another rising team is Crustle with Azumarill and anti-Azumarill in the back. Which also makes sense, right? Crustle has really good matchup with Gargantuar. It has really good matchup with the Flyer, but it's not the greatest matchup with Azumarill. So you have Azumarill on the safe swap for the mirror match, and you have a grass type most often in the back. I see Shiftry, I see Victreebel, I see Ivysaur. Another team we see very often is the Charmer, Azumarill, and a Fire type in the back. Basically, that is the strategy is you have Charmer in the front, and Charmer is weak to Steel, so you have anti-Steel in the back, and of course you have the Azumarill for the safe swap again. So this video is going to be focused on these 3 kind of popular teams so far, because that's what I'm seeing right now. Maybe tomorrow it will change, but it will help you prepare for the first day of the battle for sure. Getting into this battle with Gato TV, we are met with Gargantuar. At this time, I'm meeting with Hunter. It's actually not the worst matchup because I'll pace it, and Gargantuar is very squishy. If they take this one, I can successfully shield and farm down. And it's all about what's coming in the back. And it's switching the Azumarill, so I don't know if they are prepared for this Sludge Bomb. But it landed and it did massive, and now I go into my own Azumarill to soak the damage. At this moment, I'm running Hunter, Azumarill, and Crustle. And I know they have Gargantuar almost dead, so I'm not really afraid. I'm just going to chip away with Ice Beam. And they have a Kanto Mark in the back, which is very interesting pick. It has Infestation, Sludge Bomb, and Thunder Punch. And I know that my key to win at the moment is Crustle, so I'm just not going to show anything. Thunder Punch actually doesn't do that much on Crustle. It doesn't get step anyway. It's only like a 50 damage, I think, or 45. So as long as I'm running Smackdown Crustle, so the fast move damage will be enough to take it out eventually, but I do have to be prepared to shield the Sludge Bomb. So I call the bait on the Thunder Punch, which is really nice, and we just fast move down. So we are talking about the Gargantuar lead first. This match is also a Gargantuar lead. At this moment, I'm running Crustle, which is a really good matchup. And they switch into their own Crustle for the mirror match. I actually don't have a good solution for the crossover swap in, so this is getting a little bit out of hand because I was also a little bit slow. But they did not show that one, so I still won lead and switch. And they have Marowak. Crossroad actually has really good matchup with Alola Marowak. I don't know why somebody don't really know that. Fire is only neutral on Crossroad, and Smackdown is super effective. And now I send in my own Marowak for the mirror, and I got hit by a Shadow Ball, of course. But at this time, I'm just going to spend this Bone Club. Galvantula actually doesn't have the worst matchup with Marowak, so I'm not too afraid of it. And eventually mirror match is really bad because basically whoever got into the launch first wins because you get debuff first. So I think I'm trying to sack this one and didn't really work out. But Mike eventually has more energy now and it cleared the debuff, so I won this one. And I'm one discharge, yeah. Even though Fire Spin is super effective, but Vol Switch is really OP. I actually kill the Marowak just with fast move alone. Alright, going into land 3, 2, 1. Also eventually also leading with cross. So also the swap into Azumarill is the very popular meta right now. So I swap into my Gargantuar right away. You want to overfarm a little bit so you have more residual energy for what's in the bag. And this charge will KO at its range. And now I have almost a launch to release when the crosser comes back, which is really nice because it would do like 40% of its health, and they can debuff it. Oh, it's a mirror match. Yeah, but now because I have residual energy and they're also debuffed, they have the through energy. And now I think I came in with I don't know what okay, I came in with Marowak and they have Wormadam in the back. This is basically GG because they are both weak to Marowak. So you always want to be prepared for fire Pokemon. Even though you are not running a team with it, you don't have to have a great counter, but you need to be prepared for that kind of Pokemon. I believe this is also Gargantuar lead. So same thing again, they switch into Azumarill real quick, and we switch into Gargantuar real quick. We overfarm just a little bit. I like to overfarm it also because you get energy advantage for the next mirror match. And now after I farm this down with Vol Switch, I will almost have a launch to go for whatever's in the back. And I believe, yeah, it's a Gargantuar mirror. And because I sent, no, it's a Crosso, and I can get to another launch. No. But now there are debuffs, so my Crosso can win the mirror easily. I'm still gonna show this one. Rock Slide is going to hurt. And their biggest counter to Crossroad is out already, so I can just easily stay in here and just farm as much as I can. I think I fainted from this one, but Marowak can clean up the spider quite easily. I can tank almost two discharge. So this is GG. Alright, next match. Eventually lead. Preparing for Azu swapping. Oh, they're switching into their own Crosso. So this is pretty bad. Pretty bad. And they got into a Smackdown, which is really bad. Axis will KO and they let this one go. And I think they're coming with Azu. Yeah, they come in with Azu now. I have to counter swap into Galvantula. We have a very similar matchup before. But this time I swap it a little bit faster so I can get a shield first. And I think, okay, they switch into their own Galvantula. I'm ahead on energy, so that will be I'll tank this one. I think I have enough health to chip this down with Crosso. No, I don't. No, I don't. Okay, that was really bad play. I think I should come in with Marowak. Can I farm this down? I think my only win condition is to farm down. I have 2 Shadow Ball. It's not gonna be enough. This is the time I'm running Marowak on the safe swap, and I get to the Bone Club, but it's not gonna be enough. So I wasn't really prepared for the Crusher Mirror. Still trying to figure out how to play that one. Alright, next match. Got Venture lead again. Preparing for Azu swapping, and it's swapping Marowak, which is not the right choice. I can literally just shield once and farm all the way down. So, just if you're using Marowak, note that Crustle is a really good Marowak counter. Now what's in the back? Azu's coming back. At this moment, I decided to sack my Crustle basically. No, I swap him because they did not wait the clock. So their clock is not ready yet, so I know I can farm down this Azumarill because okay, not really, but it was started for like 10 seconds. And I have enough energy to do 2 lunge that will basically take out this Garvantula. And because it's double debuffed, so I will survive this one. And I think my play is to farm down and throw a discharge on the Azumarill. And that's exactly what happened. Yeah, with Garvantula mirror match, you want to make sure that you get the energy lead, because whoever gets the first lunge is going to win the mirror, because the opponent will be debuffed first. Alright, I think that's enough for the Garvantula lead videos. And the next one will be, we'll see. I don't quite remember this matchup. Okay, it's a Marowak lead. That's the time I was running Hunter, so it's a really good matchup for me. I'll pace it, and the Shadow Punch will do massive damage, even though it's a pretty bad move. I think I shield once. Bone Club will almost KO at this range. Hunter is very squishy, and they catch the Shadow Punch on Marowak, which is really bad. But Cross has a really good matchup with Marowak. I can tank this Dark Pulse. I cannot tank a Sludge Wave, but I can tank a Dark Pulse. And I think I want to fast move down, but I wasn't really sure I would want to invest a shield. So I throw X Scissors. And I think at this moment, okay. They have a Shadow Victory Ball, which is pretty bad for my team. The X Scissors, I did not even shield that one. Yeah, no, it's really bad. I don't really think there's a win condition. I do get to the next move, but there's no way they're not going to shield this one. Oh, they did not shield that one. Okay, that was how I won the game. That if they have shielded that one, there's just no play for me. But that was a regular victory ball, not a shadow one, so it was a little bit less scary, and they decided to surrender. If they had shielded that one, I will be in a much worse situation. Alright, here we come in. Okay, this is the Crustle lead. Crustle lead normally lead with a Azumarill in the back and anti-Azumarill as a counter swap. So I dump some energy and quickly switch into my own Crustle, because I don't really have the best Crustle counter, and withdraw out the Azumarill. This Rock Slide will do quite a bit, 30%. Because Crustle is Rock Slide is a very good move, and Crustle is, oh, I should have sent out the X Scissors. That was a little bit chip damage. It will not be enough because Fairy resists bug move. But I come in with the Azumarill to soak the energy, and I want to farm down with Hunter, but my timing was a little bit off. and now they have shift tree in the back, which is really bad for Hunter. The only condition will be if they don't show this one, and they do, and there's also a shadow shift tree, so there's nothing I can do. This team is pretty much very solid, and that's the team that I'm trying to figure out how to counter that one. I just decided to let them go because there's no way I can do anything with it. Yep, this is the same thing with the Crustle lead. And as always, I try to dump a little bit energy, get a shield before I switch into my own Crustle, because I don't have a good Crustle counter. If I use my own Crustle to counter the other Crustle, I need to make sure I have a health advantage. And I draw out the Azumarill again, and this Rock Slide, they normally don't show the Rock Slide. And I think I try to go for the X Scissors, yeah. But you're gonna see that it does almost nothing. Oh, we got a shield, so that was pretty good. So now I think I come in with Azumarill to soak the energy. I don't remember what it have in the back. I think it's a Ivysaur, I think. But it's almost for sure it's a anti-Azu in the back. Because they want to have 2 Pokemon to protect their lead Pokemon Crustle. And that was I tried to just get a little bit energy start on the Haunter. And they have I think it's a Victreebel. Yeah, they have a Victreebel, and yeah, I don't have enough health to get to Ice Beam, so that was GG. Alright, the last team we want to cover today is Charmer lead with a Azumarill on the safe swap and the Anti-Steel in the back. At the moment, I'm running Whimsicott, which is technically a little bit tankier, but Charmers are pretty much the same. It doesn't really matter too much. Azumarill will come in. I think I came in with Galvantula, try to get some energy, try to chip away. And they have Marowak and I have Crustle, which lined up perfectly. I'm gonna tank this Bone Club with the Shadow Ball. Okay, so I barely able to do anything. It's pretty bad. But I think one wall switch, they're gonna they get off another move, which is really bad. I need to get to 3 discharge, which is not very likely. So if I had shield that Shadow Ball, it might turn things around. Alright, that was GG. So that was the first time I met a Charmer this season, so it was a little bit difficult. Team though, it was very scary, but I won that one. So Crustle into Wigglytuff, another Charmer. So actually Crustle has pretty good matchup with this one, because Smackdown really does quite a bit, and I'll spam Wigglytuff, but it does not look like I'm actually winning. I think I came in with Marowak just to soak the energy. I don't have to shoot anything, but I do want to preserve more health because I want to farm all the way down. Charm, even when it's resisted, it still does quite a lot. So this is a very obvious Shadow Ball, and they're not shooting that one. I think I can get to another one. Yeah. So I came in with and they have Mawile in the back, which is pretty bad. It's not the worst matchup, but I don't have enough health to get to 2 discharge. And it's only a powered up punch. Ideally, if I can farm this down and throw something at the Azu, I have a win condition, but it's just not very likely. Especially when they are using powered up punch and amp up their attack. It's so that was GG, but now we know that there's a Charmer Azu anti-steal in the back. So that is the 3 teams that I can summarize from my 25 battles of the first day. There's also another different kind of leads. There are Mawel, there are Marowak, there are Azu lead, but they are not as popular. So if you haven't figured out what you want to do, what kind of team you want to use, maybe you can start with these teams. I'm sure it will get you a jump start, but always prepared for the very spicy pick in the Halloween Cup. I have seen Shadow God of War. I have seen Golok. I think though Tactical is using Golok with Maslab, which is almost incredible. It catches every lead. I don't have a goalet that below all the goalet I have. If I involve them, they will pass 1,500. So I'm trying to get one. So that could be very interesting as well. Um, all my videos are from my stream last night. So if you want to follow me on Twitch, I also really appreciate that. I'm gonna put my Twitch account somewhere there. So thank you for watching, and I really hope you guys can have a really good success with this Halloween Cup. It's really fun. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for staying with me, and I'll see you in the next one.